The last thing that I need to do is add a graphic scale bar to my file. And in order to do that, I'm going to select the viewport that graphic scale is related to, and I'm going to add it through annotation modes. In order to do that, I'm going to right-click on the viewport in order to activate the context menu, and then I'm going to select Edit Annotations. Once I'm in here, I can add notes to this viewport if I'd like, and in this case, it's the graphic scale that I'm going to add. If I come over here to the DIMS Notes toolset, I can come up here, and this is what the icon for the scale bar tool looks like, so I'll click on that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and place this quickly in the drawing. This is a two-click tool, so let me zoom in here and show you what that looks like. The first click places it in the drawing, and the second click is the rotation. So I'm going to place that real quick. And then the first thing that I can edit over here in the Object Info palette would be the printed height. So let's go ahead and do this as 1 inch. And then in order to show you what the minor lengths and the major lengths look like, let me set those up really quick. They're a little too squashed right now to really see what's going on here. The minor lengths are these shorter measurements over here. I've set those up to be 1 foot apart from each other, so you can see I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the major length I have set up to be in 5-foot increments, so we go from 5 feet to 10 feet. And you can always play around with what that looks like. Let's say that for the major divisions, I'd like to have 2 of those. I can always go ahead and add an additional 5 feet onto that scale bar. The length controls the increments. So over here for the minor length right here, we're set to 1 foot. And for the major lengths, we're set to 5 feet. So that's where you would edit those. And then you've got the number of minimum divisions and the number of major divisions. And that's where you can set how many minor divisions and major divisions you want to see on your graphic scale bar. Next up, we have an option where we can change the style. We're currently set to zigzag. Let's look and see what that might look like if we set it to checker. The color right now is being picked from the attributes palette, so I can always come and change that to a gray. I can also look at this and say, I think that maybe 1 inch is too high for that. So let's go ahead, I'm going to divide it in half so that I get 1/2 of an inch, and that looks a little bit better. So that's how you would add a graphic scale to your drawing. Now I'm going to go ahead and exit the viewport annotation mode and show you why you need to be in that annotation mode in order to add that graphic scale. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to come back over here and select the scale bar tool, and then I'm going to place that in my drawing by clicking twice. And if I zoom in here real close, notice that the increments that it's telling me it's set by, everything is 0 over here. And so this isn't actually measuring anything in the file, whereas this one is measuring from 0 to 15 feet. The scale bar needs to be associated with what it is that it's measuring. So it can't be placed directly on the sheet layer. It needs to be placed through that annotation mode. I'm going to go ahead and delete this graphic scale bar real quick, and then just show you one more time how to get back into the viewport annotations, and that is to select the viewport, right-click for the context menu, and then select Edit Annotations. And this is where you will go ahead and add that graphic scale bar.